There's an achievement that I didn't get. Apparently it's possible to free the adversary even though she doesn't want to be freed. I'm gonna try and do that.
You take the blade from the altar.
Last time I didn't take the blade, this time I'm taking the blade. See if I can change anything.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend.
And I'm doing this save file. I don't know how many loops I did on this one. Probably one, not counting this one.
Her fierce voice carries
either one
up
or
the
two.
Stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening. Good. Sounds like my kind of princess. As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
I'm actually here to free you.
Free her? You want?
Who says I want to be free?
You don't want to be free? I don't know what the rest of that says.
Yeah, I'm fine right where I am.
Okay, hold on. Did you hear that? Maybe we don't have to do anything. If she's fine where she is, maybe...
But you're going to have to fight me to the death.
Never mind. There is no happy ending where everyone makes it out of this place alive. Hear that? Between him and her, that should be all the motivation you need. Now stop standing there and fight her. No, stop standing there and slay her. You're being a bit semantic, aren't you? I am, but it's an important distinction. If you're going to see this through, you need to hold the right intent. This isn't a sparring match. It is a lethal confrontation that will decide the future of everything. Fine. As long as it leads to a fight, do whatever he just said.
Attempt to free the princess.
I'm sorry, did I hear that right? Did you just say you're going to try and free her?
Wouldn't be a fair
She
fight.
doesn't even want to be free. Exactly. So beyond the apocalyptic moral implications of letting her out, how do we even think that's going to work? I mean, we have a weapon, right? We could always just cut her out, yeah?
Cut the chains.
While she's trying to kill you. Yeah,
I'll be quick.
Why not?
I'll be quick.
And then what? Do you think she'll just follow you out of here? Maybe. I don't know. It's worth a shot, isn't it?
I like you.
No, it's not.
We are doing it.
Actually, no, you're not. I have a responsibility to the world here, and I'm not just going to let you throw yourself into a scenario where the literal best outcome is the end of everything. Until you come up with any other idea, your body remains standing rigidly in place.
That's cheating.
What do you think you're doing? You can't just order our body around like it's some sort of dog. Watch me. Your left arm lifts towards the ceiling and your hand twists into an obscene gesture. See? I can make you do whatever I want.
Narrator, there is a lady in our presence.
So what? You barely managed to lift our arm.
What are you doing? What is that? Why are you moving so weird?
The princess, taken aback, flashes her own mute gesture in return. Hey,
Nice.
you, decision maker. I want us to fight her as much as he wants us to kill her, but this is boorish. Just ignore him. If you want to try and free her, I don't think there's much he can do to actually stop you.
Attack the princess, attack the princess, free the princess.
You know what? Fine. Blade in hand, you charge forward to try and free the princess from her bindings.
Finally. I have no idea what you were just doing, but I'm glad it's over.
I was talking to myself. That's normal, right?
Flash across her wrist, her elbow comes crashing down on your skull. An unsettling crack echoes in your ears. It's a devastating blow. Your body crumples to the floor, limbs suddenly refusing to respond. This might be it.
That's it, huh? You've gotten really soft.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Really? In just one blow? Yes.
Oh, come on, that's hardly fair. We're not dead. You're just flipping the table over.
It is what it is. You're dead. Finished. Over.
This is just a bunch of guys playing a tabletop RPG with a very annoyed dungeon master.
Alright, fine. This whole thing's a frustrating mess anyways. We're better off with a fresh start. I'll see you two next time.
The Eye of the Needle. I don't think that's what I got last time.
You're on a path in the wood. If you weren't so damn focused on freeing her, we wouldn't have died back there.
Meh.
You're strong, but you're bullheaded. This isn't a fight, it's a puzzle. She's stronger than us, but we can use that to our advantage.
Ooh, I like this guy. Can't wait to see more of him. We're getting somewhere. I don't know which one will be my final one. I guess... There are no wrong choices, though, as long as I get to the same destination, which is putting all the pieces of the princess back together, so I can free her, I guess? Or slay her. I'll have to make that choice later. But, like, I don't think it matters. It's whatever... I don't think it matters what vessels you choose to bring to her. That's what she said. No wrong answers. It's whatever you think is the most... You know, it's all about the journey, and the journey is your choice.
I hate puzzles.
Yeah, of course you do. I've never done a puzzle myself, but anything that doesn't get us beaten to death is good in my book. What do you have in mind?
Junior Jumble.
Same thing as last time, only we'll be smarter about it. We're getting her out of there. After that, we're seeing what happens.
Are you insane? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If she gets out of here, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included.
Oh, and by the way, I didn't record it, but like, if you want to go the adversary route, what you do is you go to the cabin, pick up the knife, enter the basement, drop the knife. After you meet the princess, you drop the knife, then you talk to her, then you stop talking to her, then you pick slay the princess, and then you keep fighting. Don't pick give up, pick finish the job. You kill her, she kills you, you both die hand in a lovable hand, and then you wake up in this world. Well, I gotta do the adversary first, but...
Are you not challenging us on the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning?
Why the lies? Why have you been playing the fool? What good could it possibly accomplish?
Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met.
Enlighten me then.
I have no memory of meeting you, but you've clearly seen things you weren't supposed to have seen. You'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here.
So where does that leave us?
It leaves us exactly where we started, and where I'm sure you've already been before. The princess, left unhindered, will bring about the end of the world. You have to put a stop to her. The only way to do that is to slay her.
But we didn't stop her last time. We died. Yet here we are in a world unended. A different world unended, to be sure, but there's still solid ground beneath our feet. What the hell are you going on about? Even if he isn't lying, reality clearly continues to be real. So I want to see what happens when she leaves. I think we all need to see the truth.
You absolutely do not need to see that. I've already told you the truth, and the only thing to see after she leaves is the end of everything. It's not worth it.
The truth is always worth it. If we're going to get to the bottom of things, we need to have a method. We need to isolate a variable, and right now her interaction with the outside world is the most interesting variable there is. It's one of the only things we haven't seen.
Yeah, that's true, and even if it does end the world, that's the only action we could take that would have any real consequences.
As much as I appreciate your dedication to scientific rigor, your core assumptions are all wrong. This isn't a puzzle, and this isn't an experiment. It's a do-or-die situation with apocalyptic consequences. And might I remind you that, while it may seem consequence-free to you, that does not make it consequence-free to me, or to the people I'm trying to protect. And for all you know, the end isn't really consequence-free to you.
I don't care.
You said yourself that the world is different than what you've already seen. It isn't supposed to be, and if things are changing, they're changing for the worse. It's just how things work here. Treat this like it's your last attempt. Screw it. I'm sick of this smug asshole telling us what to do. If you need help busting her out of there, I'm your man.
Welcome aboard. And if things go bad once we get her out of the cabin, well, at least you'll be able to get the fight you wanted.
The rest of you had better keep those two in check.
When's the wedding?
They're far along the edge of a dangerous path. Don't let them go any further.
We haven't talked about how different this place is. I wouldn't even call these woods. It's like her influence has poured out into the world.
It's evidence of one of many ticking clocks. You can't let her spread any further.
But do we
What
know
is she, a
it's her?
cancer?
For all we know, he's in control, pulling the strings to make us too afraid to do anything but slay her.
For all we know, it could be us making the changes.
Exactly. And at least, as things are now, there's no way for us to know. But the world is clearly not as it seems. We can't trust anything until we learn more.
If you question reality itself, there's not much I can offer in the way of persuasion, but do consider that it probably isn't helpful for anyone to doubt the ground they stand on.
No matter what happens next, it seems like all our answers are at the cabin. Might as well see this through.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament.
No last advice for us? No words of warning?
What I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind.
I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about now.
I could use a little catharsis.
Scream on your own time.
There'll be time for that later. For now, you know what you have to do.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
But there's nowhere to go in here. This is just a hallway with a mirror at the end of it.
A mirror? But there isn't a mirror here. There's the iron altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. Does he really not see it?
Or maybe what we see as a mirror, he sees as a door.
Yeah, that's probably
Is a
it.
door. And before you ask, no, it's not a mirror-shaped door. The object at the end of this room is both door-shaped and a door. There shouldn't be any room for misinterpretation.
A door could be shaped like anything.
Who cares what it is? It's in our way, we should smash it. Take it!
I'm gonna save. Take the blade. That's what I did last time.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Good. Wouldn't want to be pushed around without a way to push back. She likes when we can push back, doesn't she?
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you?
Yeah.
The door's right there, it's right in front of you. It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean?
Smash it. I did that last time.
You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, Bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
She
Okay,
hasn't
what are we
changed
dealing
as
with?
much as she did the time before. She still wants a fight, which means we still know her. We can use that to our advantage.
If you want to fight, why don't you come over here? I think that's what it says. Again, game bar.
That's not how this works. I'm all chained up, remember? How about you come down here and fight me?
Don't worry about the chains. I've got a plan. Yeah, we'll just have to get her to break them.
Nice. Okay.
You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. We best remember how to get back up. The last thing we want is to be stuck between a wall and a raging devil. You turn to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face widens into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling! Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh, break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
If we're trying to break her out, I doubt she'll come willingly. We'll have to use ourselves as bait. I really don't like the sound of this. It's the only way to get us both out. We need to see what happens when she leaves the cabin. You know what? I should have tried to intervene earlier because I can't let you do that. I won't. Tough shit. We're the ones in control here.
Worth it.
It's not the... Yeah, doesn't feel nice to be yanked around against your will, does it?
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're going to do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
We need to be somewhere with more space. That's good.
The princess scoffs.
Oh, you're up to something tricky, aren't you? You're teasing me with what I want, but I'm sick of waiting. I'm not going to let you give me another bad fight. I'm going to get what I want.
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap. Okay, she's taken the bait. Now let's get out of here.
Yeah!
Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance.
Whoa!
Hands desperately clawing at a jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
That's
Well,
what I'm counting on. Ah, I see. He said it.
Reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel. The cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same?
You continue to the door. It'd be a real shame if it was stuck. Don't listen to him. Locks are nothing, just barrel through.
It's clear. It's broken. Look, it just
No!
free her.
Skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You bastard. You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. So, this is what the end looks like.
What is this place? Where are we? This doesn't feel right.
Smell the grass, the dirt, lush, how I always dreamed.
It's cold. Why is it so cold? I feel so tired.
Tangled is a better movie than Frozen. Fight me on that. No, actually, no, because he can't change my mind! Well, you do not get the blind leading the blind. Free someone who doesn't want to be freed. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Do not fear. Fear is the
Screw
mind
the mirror.
killer.
We just need to find the princess.
I'll see you on the other side.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again. Feels too good to be true.
Don't worry about it. You've withered. So this is my second time here. When it's your second time here, it says you've grown, so this is my third time. Third loop. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. Oh.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
But, how many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a fierce part. Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
That's all of it. Okay. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. A tunneling vessel. Bring the eye of the needle to her. Awesome. Since the footage I have, it's a bit short, I'm gonna try one more thing. One more thing that I've missed from the witch. And now we're here.
You can just make her.
And there.
She's. Oh, that's pretty sharp. Quality. Well, do you remember? No, I'm just. Is it just for. Let's don't talk to her.
Well,
Okay. Bye.
Very pragmatic. That is why you're in charge.
abandoning me, are you? Fine then. Run. Tuck your tail between your legs and scamper away.
I feel like shit doing this after I got the thorn route, but...
You might be able to escape me, but you can't escape from what you are and what you've done. If I don't take you, the wilds will.
The what?
You turn to leave, but as you do, there's a deep, guttural groan, seemingly uttered by the walls themselves, followed by the creak of wood being stretched beyond its limits. The cabin starts to get smaller. What the hell is going on? We're getting out of here and saving our skins. That's what's going on. As the roots that make up the walls of the cramped basement close in around you, instinct kicks in and you bolt upstairs. The steps are uneven and lively, creaking as they expand out of the dirt floor, the stairway growing smaller and smaller as you dart up towards the light. You manage to squeeze through the door just as the entrance seals itself shut behind you. The cabin is smaller than it was before, getting even smaller and smaller. That's fine. We'll just leave. I'm sure you'd like to do that. But unfortunately, there is no longer a front door. The roots have already closed over the only possible exit. What little light peeks through the holes that were once windows is growing weaker as the cabin continues to close in on itself.
Drake? Where's the door hole?
Shit. What do we do? As your mind races for an answer, you hear the princess's voice crackle up the stairs.
Do you hear that, you loathsome thing? Those are the roots of the wild, and they're coming to choke the breath from your lungs and squeeze the life out of you.
They'll crush you just as easily as they'll crush me.
As long as you suffer while you die, I'll gladly suffer with you. Especially if I get to hear it happen.
This doesn't help anyone. I can't believe she'd kill us both just to spite me. See? This is exactly why you were tasked to slay her, and why you shouldn't have left her in the basement. She's an antisocial monster who'll gladly burn the whole world for her satisfaction. The roots grow ever closer. No, we can see them.
I'll do more exploring. Make them stop. You can make them stop, right?
I could, but as I already made it so clear, I don't want to.
You feel something against your back. A thick root pushing its way into the cabin. An unstoppable, unyielding wall of bark. You're running out of time. Shit. What do we do? What do we do?
They're pressing in on me. Come on. They're probably pressing in on you, too. I'm only assuming that because I can't see you, but it sure sounds like they are.
Oh, what's the matter? You're scared of thorny roots digging into your neck? Are you scared of suffocating in this dark place alone? Good.
That one made me feel bad inside. I don't want people to think we're scared. Nobody likes someone who's scared of things. I, for one, think this is a perfectly reasonable situation to feel scared in. This place is getting awful tight. Slumped to the floor as the roots continue to expand into the cabin. We're never going to make something of ourselves with that attitude. At least she isn't going to make something of herself either. At first it's almost gentle, your body being lifted delicately off the ground as the floor shifts beneath you. But the cradle of the growing roots starts to feel suffocating, then unbearably tight. Then that tightness gives way to bulging pressure as they begin to constrict. The sound of creaking wood is drowned out by the snaps and pops of your bones, pain flooding your senses as you feel your skin deform, being shaped unnaturally by the living cabin.
The suffering is what you deserve, you hideous creature. Know as you die that you are hated. I hate you, and I'm glad to die horribly if it means you die with me. I wouldn't have it any other way.
The pressure is unfathomable. You can't breathe, your vision swimming with red, your head pounding with trapped blood. And then you pop. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The wild. It's this one. I'm back here?
We are a path in the woods.
Wait a minute.
We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge. His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that? That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
Well, I think I died.
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped. He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? Why does he want to know? I don't mind where we are right now. It's rather nice. I can hear what everyone is thinking. There's no reason to keep secrets. We tried leaving her in the basement, but she made the cabin come to life, and it crushed both of us into a fine paste. And now we're here, existing.
Is this different from when I did the beast route?
And for what it's worth, I'm with him. This is nice.
It was a fitting end. I'm sorry if it hurt, but doesn't this make it all seem so small?
I see. So the cabin ground you into paste, and now you're convinced you're stuck together. What a mess.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be.
Wait a minute.
Can't you feel it?
I think it was refused to accept your freedom, right? That's what the guide said. It'll be a different achievement. This thing watching us, what is he? Don't we sort of hate each other?
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the doubting and the hatred and the schemes. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Okay.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
Spoken like, honestly, a real puppet master. Have we considered that maybe she's the one trying to trick us?
What are you, with a skeptic now?
I'm not.
But there's a feeling, isn't there? That petty feeling she mentioned, it is fuzzy, but it's there. Almost like she still hates us. It feels mutual.
Please, stop. If you pay attention to that feeling, we'll fall apart. Don't look at it!
She's trying to turn you away from the truth. There's something she doesn't want you to see. I think you already know you have to look at it. Everyone's pulling in different directions, but that feeling doesn't have a motive, it just exists. Maybe we should look at it.
Please, don't make us remember how we were.
Sorry. It was like, refuse to accept mere freedom.
And
Whoa.
just like that, you start to fall apart. She really does hate us, and we hate her. It hurts thinking about us as separate things, but we're separate. We can't hate ourselves. I love you. What are we thinking? Giving into absolute madness. We exist. We're real. We're separate from her. Of course we are. What are we? I can't remember. I don't want to remember what it felt like to be killed. It was so much nicer when it didn't feel like it mattered. And yet you keep remembering. You remember the loathing and animosity you've shared with the princess, the pain and the anger and the betrayal. And you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. And you can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, an infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
Maybe bygones can't be bygones. I don't know why I ever wanted to share a body with you, of all things. It's like my very soul reeks of yours. That was horrible. This is better. Finally, I'll be able to hurt you like you deserve. I wish I didn't have to.
Some division.
Ooh.
So, can
The
never
wound.
truly be mended.
I got it.
A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were.
Oh my god.
A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole.
What?
And then
Ugh.
you find yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be.
No.
At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
hate me so much. Just get it over with.
I don't like this. What he wants us to do. It's just cruel. It feels like we'd be killing a part of ourselves. Well, this should be easy. If you're sure about it. I mean, what's the point of being king of the hill if there's no one around to be better than? We'd just be sitting on a hill.
Do we have to do this?
You have to. You know you have to.
I never wanted to kill you. I had to put an end to whatever happened to us.
You devious little bastard. If you think I'm going to let you free her, you have another thing coming.
Another think coming.
He's not in our head anymore, at least not like before. I don't think he can stop us now.
No, he never could.
Not bluffing. You won't be so smug when it happens. He's weak, thinks he can boss us around when he doesn't have any authority. We're clearly the ones with authority around here, so we can do whatever we like.
You're tired, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I'm... fine. Whatever. You cut the princess down from the roots that bind her. I hope you're happy. Good luck getting her out of here.
I didn't think you would do that after everything. It's so cold without you.
It's a good thing. At least she's no longer in pain. But you don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. It's calling us. And not in a good way. If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
I'll see you on the other side. It'll be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Can we trust you? Finally. We're going places.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach for it. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leak, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is like a shadow of me, twisting vines in search of answers. She will make for a curious heart. Do not mourn her. She has found what she yearned for.
Okay, let's go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Does that mean the other side
I will
file?
be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and you die. A wounded vessel. Nice. So does that mean this route is different? Activate to save, yeah. In this one, I did things a little different. I did the thorn, and I don't remember how many loops I did with this one. Okay, we'll get one more vessel achievement before we end for today.
Against you cut into the
No,
blade
this is my better
She didn't
judgment.
so much as utter a sound.
Approach her
No.
door.
We won't have any of...
Ooh.
Stop that. The blade. Move the blade.
Stab, stab, stab. Your wife who is back, everybody!
My love, We're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right?
What do we do now?
Okay, what do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want you to tell me what you want.
I just want to make you happy.
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
There must be something you want. What would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
Is she broken? What's going on?
She's getting flanderized!
What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
Just wait, you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me.
Okay, if that...
This isn't right.
But
I
they
don't know
can't
what's
be- sorry.
going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Must be something you want. Do you want to end the world?
Are you seriously asking her that?
Oh, we've been over this one. No, I do not want to end the world.
There must be something you want. First, I'm gonna save. Wonder if I can leave just like this. Let's just get out of here.
That sounds perfect.
Oh,
Oh, phew. She's back to normal.
what the fuck? Okay, let's do this right. Is this right? There must be something you want.
I just want to make you happy.
Jesus!
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now?
And they lived happily
Like we're the
ever
only ones
after.
there.
Oh. That was bonkers. You don't get the chance to ask another question, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
No. She was our perfect match. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Don't. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. You've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
It's going to be okay. I'll see you on the other side.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach for it. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. The mirror didn't happen last time with a wounded wild. Or did it? I don't remember. It did, but was I unraveled or was I something else? I think it was unraveled. You were at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
Oh yeah, this is the second to last
Do you
one.
know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me? There's trees and stars, and there are birds, and there are things that aren't birds.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Okay, what do you think about this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
Are you sure about that?
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
She looks a bit abstracted. How many more vessels?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough.
Okay. Let's go back.
I will be here.
An idealized vessel. Wow. Oh shit. Meh. They all look the same, but they're all very different. Okay, I'll stitch these clips together. See you next time.